It's here. August 13th is the day the veil thins, the day heaven leans closer, watching every move you make. You will feel it before you see it. Your pulse quickens, the air feels heavier, and the person closest to you begins to act differently. Their words may cut, their silence may echo, their presence may stir something deep inside you that you thought was long healed. This is not random. This is the divine test written into your story long before you were born. A test that will not come from the skies with lightning and thunder, but through the familiar face you least expect. On August 13th, a rare cosmic alignment will pull hidden truths to the surface, and in that moment, your reaction will decide whether you rise into your next chapter or remain bound to your old one. If this message found you now, it's not by chance. Stay with me until the end, because I have golden guidance for the next 48 hours. Wisdom you will not hear anywhere else. Before we begin, like this video, subscribe, and comment, "I'm here," to signal you're ready for this awakening. The energy surrounding August 13th is anything but ordinary. In the skies, the aftershocks of the Scorpio full moon are still pulsing through the collective field, but now they are meeting something far rarer. Venus moving into Revati, the final and most spiritual nakshatra in Vedic astrology. This is the sign of completion, of soul contracts fulfilled, of karmic threads tying themselves off before new ones can be woven. At the same time, Mercury has just shifted direct, shaking loose the delays, misunderstandings, and half-finished conversations that have lingered for weeks. Imagine a door that has been jammed for months. Now, in a single moment, it swings open, and the air that rushes in is charged with truth. The elements themselves are in contrast. Scorpio's deep water meeting Leo's fire through Mercury's voice. Water stirs what is hidden. Fire demands it be revealed. And when these forces meet under Venus's influence, matters of love, loyalty, and self-worth come to the surface with undeniable clarity. This is what creates the portal, a threshold where old timelines collapse and new ones begin forming instantly. The universe will not knock politely. It will send someone you love to test your readiness. Every conversation, every glance, every choice in these days is part of the alignment. Step through consciously, and you step into freedom. Resist, and the cycle repeats. If you've been feeling different lately, more tired than usual, more sensitive to the smallest things, know that you're not imagining it. The energy building toward August 13th is already moving through your body, and it speaks in ways the mind cannot always explain. Some days you might wake feeling like you've run a marathon in your sleep, fatigue pressing heavy on your limbs. At times, you may feel dizzy for no reason, your heart racing as if sensing something unseen. Sounds may seem sharper, lights brighter, and the emotional atmosphere in a room may feel overwhelming. This is your nervous system tuning to a higher frequency. Emotionally, the waves come in unexpected surges, moments of deep sadness, sudden tears, a longing for something you can't quite name. Old memories resurface without warning, sometimes sweet, sometimes painful. You may find yourself feeling nostalgic, replaying scenes from years ago, wondering why they matter now. Even your dreams have changed, becoming vivid, symbolic, almost prophetic, carrying messages your waking mind can barely hold. None of this is random. It is not weakness. It is an energetic cleansing. Old karmic attachments loosening. Outdated emotional patterns dissolving, not with chaos, but with a strange gentleness. You are not broken. You are being recalibrated. This sensitivity you feel, the urge to withdraw, to sit in silence, to escape the noise, is your soul's way of protecting its realignment. Trust it. Surrender to it. The mind will try to resist, but the heart knows this is preparation. The universe is tuning you for the moment you will step through the gateway. Every symptom is proof that you are already in motion toward your next chapter. There is something the world will not tell you about August 13th, because most do not see it, and those who do often guard it in silence. This date is more than a planetary shift. It is part of an ancient rhythm the shamans, mystics, and temple keepers have tracked for thousands of years. In the temples of Egypt, the priests watched for nights when the veil between realms thinned enough for the Ka, the soul's eternal double, to receive new instructions. They knew these windows came not from human calendars, but from cosmic alignment. August 13th carries such a frequency. The Mayans would have called it a point of crossing, when the Tzolk'in cycles lock into the solar heartbeat, making it possible to rewrite one's timeline in a single choice. Tibetan lamas describe it as a bardo of the living, a space between worlds where you are tested, not at death, but in life, to see if you can hold your truth in the face of illusion. No one tells you this, but August 13th sits on a numerological hinge. Add the digits of the date, 8 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, and you arrive at 21, the number of completion in the tarot, symbolizing the world card, cycles closing, the self stepping into wholeness. Break it down again, 2 plus 1, and you have 3, the number of divine synthesis, the triangle between heaven, earth, and soul. And if you look closer still, you will see the 1111 codes embedded in the surrounding days, a signpost in the digital matrix reminding you to wake up, to align. In the deepest metaphysical systems, there are not only 7 chakras, but 12, the hidden ones above and below your body that connect you to the higher grids. The 8th chakra, the soul star, activates when old karmic cords are severed. The 12th, the stellar gateway, opens only when you are ready to embody your divine self in the physical world. These portals are rarely triggered all at once, but August 13th is one of those rare thresholds where both respond to the same cosmic signal. The Anatolian shamans had a word for this kind of moment. Kapagunu, the door day. They taught that the divine would not open the door for you. It would only place you before it, and then send someone to knock against your heart. That knock might feel like a wound. It might come as a disappointment, a challenge, or a betrayal. But the door will not open unless you choose to meet it with awareness. Why through the one closest to you? Because only they have the key to the deepest chambers of your being. A stranger cannot reach the locked rooms where your oldest patterns live. A friend, a partner, a family member, they can. And when they do, the emotions they stir are not meant to hurt you, but to pull the hidden residue of the past into the light so it can be cleared. This is why you've been feeling the symptoms, the fatigue, the nostalgia, the strange dreams. Your system is preparing for that single, defining interaction. It is arranging your emotional body so that when the moment comes, you can stand in the new frequency without collapsing into the old one. The test is not about proving your worth to the divine. You already are worthy. It is about proving to yourself that you have integrated the lessons you've been given. And here is the deeper truth no one tells you. If you pass, the shift is instantaneous. The 12-chakra system lights up like a constellation. The old karmic grid collapses, and you find yourself standing in a reality that feels lighter, freer, and eerily quiet, because the cycle that once haunted you is finally gone. On August 13th, the door will appear, not in the sky, but in the space between you and the one who knows you best. What you choose in that moment will echo through lifetimes. Every soul that walks the path of awakening eventually meets a moment where the old self must die, not in the physical sense, but in the way a snake sheds its skin. Scorpio energy rules this cycle, death and rebirth, endings and beginnings woven together in a single breath. It does not come gently. It comes with the force of truth, stripping away what can no longer travel with you. Shadow work is the soul's agreement to look into the places you've avoided. It is the courage to meet the parts of yourself shaped by pain, silence, and survival. This is not a ritual of light and incense alone. It is the excavation of buried memories, ancestral grief, and beliefs inherited so long ago that you forgot they were never truly yours. When you meet these shadows, you are not meeting the enemy. You are meeting the unintegrated self, waiting to be brought back into wholeness. August 13th is charged with this exact work. The person closest to you may act as a mirror, reflecting your deepest, unhealed places. You might feel betrayed, abandoned, misunderstood. You may hear words that land like arrows or experience silence that feels like rejection. The mind will want to react. The ego will want to defend. But the invitation is not to win. It is to see, to ask, without judgment. What is this really showing me about myself? Releasing trauma is not the erasure of the past. It is the untangling of the hold it has on your present. Ancestral wounds are passed down in the way we love, the way we fear, the way we expect the world to treat us. Old belief systems lodge themselves in the body, beliefs that say you are unworthy, unsafe, unlovable. Scorpio's gift is that it will burn away what is false, but only if you are willing to sit in the heat long enough. It will hurt, but it will free you. Transformation demands discomfort because it pulls you out of the familiar. The shell of who you were will crack, and in that breaking, grief will come. Not only for what was painful, but for what was safe in its own way. You will mourn even the cages you hated, because they once held you together. As you move through this shadow work, remember that the process is not punishment. It is initiation. Each time you face a piece of your shadow, you reclaim the power you left there. You take back the voice you silenced, the boundaries you never set, the dreams you abandoned. It is not about becoming someone else. It is about remembering the wholeness you always carried. There will be moments when you want to turn away, to distract yourself, to pretend it isn't happening. That is the mind's way of protecting itself from the unknown. But the unknown is exactly where your rebirth waits. Trust the process, even when it feels messy. Trust that what is leaving you now is making room for what has been trying to reach you for years. And know this, once a shadow is seen and integrated, it loses its power to control you. The triggers that once ruled your emotions become signals instead of chains. The patterns that repeated for lifetimes dissolve into nothing. You begin to respond to life rather than react to it. This is the real meaning of death and rebirth. You are not becoming new. You are becoming true. And when you rise from this, you will carry a strength that cannot be shaken, because it was forged in the fire of your own transformation. When a cosmic threshold opens, the body and soul both need something tangible to anchor the energy. The unseen currents that sweep through you during a powerful alignment will not be sustained by thought alone. They require movement, intention, and a bridge between the invisible and the physical. Ritual is that bridge. It is how you signal to your higher self, to the universe, and to every subtle force around you that you are not just a bystander in this shift. You are an active participant. The first ritual begins with water, not just the physical act of bathing, but a deliberate purification. Stand under a warm shower and close your eyes, feeling each drop as more than water. Imagine that what touches your skin is liquid light, flowing through you, carrying away anything that clings to you from the past weeks or even the past lifetimes. Let the stream run down your body, and in your mind, name the heaviness you've been carrying: fear, resentment, exhaustion. See them dissolve into the drain, replaced by clarity and softness. Whisper to yourself as you stand there, "I am cleansed. I am renewed. I am ready to receive." After water comes reflection, literal and symbolic. Find a mirror in a quiet space, one where you can stand without distraction. Look into your own eyes until you feel the weight of presence, until you sense that the person looking back is more than skin and features. This is your chance to ask yourself the questions you rarely dare to. What am I hiding? What am I still afraid to feel? What truth am I avoiding because I think I'm not ready for it? Let the answers surface without judgment. Keep a journal nearby and write them down exactly as they come, no matter how strange or uncomfortable they sound. This is not a performance. This is a meeting between your conscious mind and your soul, and the mirror is only there to remind you who is speaking. The third ritual addresses a weight that many carry in silence: fear of scarcity, financial insecurity, money wounds from childhood, patterns of lack passed down through generations. These are deeply tied to the root chakra and can keep you from stepping into the full openness the cosmos is offering. Take a small piece of paper and write down every fear you hold about money. It could be as simple as, "I will never have enough," or as complex as, "I will lose everything if I take a risk." Do not filter. When the list feels complete, fold the paper and hold it over a candle flame until it catches fire. Drop it into a heat-safe bowl and watch it burn completely. As the smoke rises, speak aloud. "I release the fear that money controls me. I open to abundance in all forms. I trust that my needs are met, and my path is supported." Feel the truth of those words settle into your chest like a seed taking root. Now that the body is cleansed, the mind is honest, and the root is released, the fourth ritual invites you to open the vision center, the third eye. Find a comfortable place to sit, preferably in dim light or with a single candle nearby. Close your eyes and bring your focus to the space between your eyebrows. Imagine a deep indigo light there, swirling like a galaxy. With each inhale, see it grow brighter. With each exhale, feel the mental chatter dissolve. In this state, ask for guidance, whether from your higher self, your ancestors, or the cosmic forces at play. Don't force images or answers. Trust that whatever needs to arrive will appear in symbols, sensations, or words. After 11 minutes of focused breathing, open your eyes slowly, grounding yourself by touching your palms together and pressing them to your heart. The fifth ritual connects your personal space to the sacred. Take a bundle of sage, Palo Santo, or incense of your choice, and light it with intention. Beginning at your front door, move clockwise through each room of your home. Let the smoke linger in doorways, corners, and windows, places where energy tends to collect and grow stagnant. As you walk, speak softly, but with conviction. Only energy of love and truth may remain here. All else is released. Imagine the air in your home turning lighter, the walls themselves absorbing a vibration of protection. Each ritual is more than an act. It is a declaration. You are telling every layer of your being, I choose to be clear. I choose to be fearless. I choose to see. These moments are not just for the day of the alignment. They are seeds you can return to whenever the currents of life pull you away from your center. And when you speak your affirmations within these actions, they do not stay as words. They begin to weave themselves into the energy around you, reshaping the way life responds to you. Once the foundational 5 are anchored, the work does not end. It evolves. The 6th ritual calls you to reconnect with the earth itself, because cosmic transformation must have roots or it becomes unsteady. Find a natural space, a garden, a park, even a single patch of living ground, and stand barefoot on the soil. Feel the texture under your feet, the subtle vibration that comes when you're still enough to notice. Close your eyes and imagine cords of golden light growing from your soles deep into the earth, weaving down through rock and root until they meet the planet's glowing heart. On each inhale, draw up strength, stability, and nourishment. On each exhale, send down tension, uncertainty, and any heaviness that lingers. Whisper to the earth as if speaking to a trusted friend. I return what is not mine to carry. I stand steady in all that is mine to live. Stay until you feel the exchange is complete, then give silent thanks before stepping away. The 7th ritual is for integration, a moment at the end of the day where you gather all the threads of what you've done and allow them to settle into your body and spirit. Light a single candle in a quiet, dark room. Sit before it, spine straight but relaxed, and gaze into the flame without strain. Let it become a focal point for your breath and your thoughts. With each inhale, silently repeat, I welcome my highest alignment. With each exhale, I release resistance to my own becoming. After a few minutes, close your eyes and visualize yourself already living in the energy you've been preparing for, walking through spaces with ease, speaking with confidence, feeling an unshakable peace in your chest. This is how you lock in the frequency you've been cultivating so it does not drift away once the rituals end. All of these steps are more than symbolic. They are blueprints for the new life you are stepping into. The warm water does not just clean you, it teaches your body to let go. The mirror is not just glass, it is a portal into your own truth. The burning paper is not just smoke, it is the alchemy of fear into freedom. The third eye meditation is not just stillness, it is a conversation with the infinite. The smudging is not just scent, it is the claiming of sacred space. The grounding is not just contact with dirt, it is a handshake with the ancient force that sustains you. The candle is not just light, it is the living memory of your intention. There will be days when you feel the old patterns pulling at you again. On those days, return to one or more of these rituals, not from a place of desperation, but as a reminder of who you have already become. Speak your affirmations aloud, even if your voice shakes, especially then. Words spoken in the midst of doubt carry a unique power. They are like seeds planted in dry earth, defying the odds to bloom. The universe responds not to empty gestures, but to consistency and sincerity. Every time you step into ritual, you are telling the unseen realms, I am ready, I am willing, I am here. You are not waiting for the shift to happen to you. You are making yourself the space where it can land. And when it does, you will recognize it, not as a lightning bolt from nowhere, but as the natural outcome of a life lived in devotion to your own highest truth. Carry these steps with reverence, but also with joy. Transformation is serious work, yes, but it is also the great adventure of being alive. Let the water laugh over your shoulders. Let the smoke dance in your hands. Let the earth hum under your feet. You are not here to endure this passage. You are here to embody it, to move through it awake, and to come out on the other side, not just changed, but luminous. And so we arrive here, at the edge of the portal, the place where endings and beginnings touch, like fire and water. You've walked through the signs, the shifts, the shadows, the sacred work. But now, the golden truth is this: nothing changes unless you choose it. The universe can send 1,000 signs, but the door only opens when your hand turns the handle. This moment is not asking you to be perfect. It is asking you to be willing. Willing to let go of what you've outgrown. Willing to stand in the truth you once feared. Willing to trust a future you cannot yet see. That willingness, even in trembling, is your key. So here is my call to you. Don't just watch this message. Live it. Speak your affirmations, do the rituals, sit with your own reflection until you see the soul behind the eyes. Every choice you make from this moment can either anchor you deeper into the old cycle or propel you forward into the new one. The difference is made in small, consistent acts of alignment. If these words have spoken to your spirit, share this with those who are ready to remember. Leave a comment below. Tell me the signs you've been feeling, the dreams you've been carrying, the moment you knew change was calling your name. Like this video so it reaches more of the chosen ones who need it now, not later. Because later is running out. This portal will not wait forever. The energy that is here now will shift. The window will close, and the question will remain. When it mattered most, did you step forward, or did you turn away? The portal closes soon. Are you prepared to step through?